show you around my campsite real quick. Good morning, friends and adventurers. Heather here from Heather's Hikes and Adventures. I'm loading up on my hiking fuel. I am at Fort Clinch State Park in Fernandina Beach, which is on Amelia Island in Florida. Gorgeous area, gorgeous scenery. That tree canopy you saw in the beginning is like the whole main road in the park. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I can't wait to show you around, but we're going hiking first. Nope, that wasn't it. I have no idea where I'm going right now. We are heading towards the 2 hiking loops that are near the Riverside campground, which is where I'm staying. Gorgeous site. I will be showing you later, although if you saw my last video, you did see a little bit of it. But I will join you on the hiking trail, and then I will show you around my site and the rest of the park. Let's get to it. The park is just opening up for the day. I was going to get an earlier start, but I was lazy. I made my coffee. I wandered down to the beach on the river where I'm staying. Oh, I will show you that later for sure. Great spot for sunset. So now I'm going to be exploring the basically entire park today because I was just a lazy bum yesterday and soaking in the relaxation. But we are going to see the fort later. That was what that whole ramble was supposed to be saying. I just wanted to show you a few quick details about the park straight from the Florida State Park website. As you can see, it's right up my alley with the perfect combination of history and nature, and it is right near the Georgia-Florida line, near St. Mary's, Georgia, which, if you haven't seen my Cumberland Island video yet, I will link that below. You can see it's known for its gopher tortoises, painted buntings, and other wildlife, and it's also famous for shark tooth hunting. So I am really, really crossing my fingers there because that would be cool. It's a little bit of everything from beaches to beautiful hiking trails with lots of trees, a historic fort, all types of activities. This has been on my bucket list for a while, so I am extremely excited to visit it. The park has 2 different campgrounds, the Atlantic Beach Campground and the River Campground. The beach campground is literally right on the beach. The back is the sand dunes, and then you're just basically out in the open. I chose the River Campground because, first of all, that's where I got a spot. And second of all, the sites are super shaded and super pretty there. So we are pulling into the Willow Pond Nature Trail now. And it doesn't look like there's really official parking spaces. So I guess I'm just gonna, I don't know, pull up here. As far as I can tell, it says that's a shared use trail. This is the Willow Pond Nature Trail, so I think both loops are from this one. And then there's another shared use trail. All right, so the shared use trail is about 5.5 mile loop. Fairly steep grade for Florida. And looks like it gets pretty narrow in some parts. Tells you where to go for mountain biking and where to go for hiking. That is not the way for mountain biking, so apparently that's on the other end. All right, let's head to the trail. This park is known for its mountain biking. It's supposed to have awesome trails for bike riders. I'm going to be going the slower pace of, we'll say hiking, but really we're going to be strolling this morning if I'm being honest. Alright, so if I go to the left, that's the Willow Trail. And if I go to the right, that's the Magnolia Trail. We're going to start with the Willow Trail because I like that name. Something's been digging around there. Oh man, I just walked into a spider web. Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking through the spider webs. Alright, we are now back at the crossroads, so we're going to check out Magnolia Trail now before we head back to camp. This was definitely a very woodpeckery trail. Ooh, it is still only 80 degrees out, but I am drenched. It is so humid. I swear, I should check my thermometer right now. The humidity's got to be at least 75%. I am like, it feels like I'm walking in a sauna. So, anywho, I'm I'm cooling off with a cold bevy. They were out of all my favorite flavors because of the holiday, so it's still good, but it's not my favorite. A very woodpeckery trail, but not much other wildlife. I thought the alligator crossing sign was cute. So we're going to head over to the beach area, the visitor center, check out that side, and then I'm going to stop by the ranger station and swap out my tag from yesterday to today since I booked one day at a time instead of two at once. So let's get to it. Alright, there's something called a bird exhibit, which sounds very intriguing. I bet this spot is perfect during spring migration. It's a cute little bird blind area with feeders. Oh, this would be perfect during spring migration. I'm definitely late in the season for songbirds, but only 9-something this morning, but the sun is already quite aggressive, so we're going to come back at sunrise tomorrow, but for now we're going to scout it out. Alright, so the jetty's down that way. Beautiful. Alright, I think we're gonna be back here for sunrise. Y'all, it's hot as balls out there. Oh my gosh, I'm melting. It still says 80. I don't believe it. I'm telling you, shade, it makes such a difference. Anywho, I never did study the map, so I will show it to you when I get back to camp. But for now, we are going to look for the visitor center gift shop, and I think there's more beach area. I'm not sure. So we're gonna scout all of that out to figure out exactly where we want to go for sunrise, but I think that was the spot that we're gonna head to. I love the jetty and the rocks. I mean, I know that's redundant. I know. It's hot. Anywho, that's gonna be the sunrise spot for tomorrow, I think. So let's scout out the rest of the park now, and then I'll show you the campground, my campsite, my setup, the bathroom, all the important things. I just took a left out of the parking area. If I would have turned right, that would have taken me into the Atlantic Beach campground area. And I believe there's a walkway that takes you to the beach from there as well. But I wanted to stick to the meat and potatoes for now. Oh, I'm a dummy. Apparently the visitor center is in the fort parking area where I already was. Well, I haven't made it to the parking area yet, but the fort area. Okay, so we'll check that out later because I definitely want to see the visitor center. Also, I may shower first because I can smell myself right now. It's hot, okay? I told you I was drenched. I don't want to hear it. Whew! We just passed another road intersection for the shared use trail, which is that 5.5 mile loop. I wanted to do it, but man, it's just so muggy. If there's a little bit of a breeze tomorrow morning, I might do that after sunrise. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to hope I can get back here in the winter and do it then. You can tell it's hopping right now in here, man. It's that good beach weather, especially on Independence Day weekend here in the States. All right, here we are, Egan's Creek Overlook. Let's take a little peeky peek. For those of you that saw my last video, you've already seen this, but hopefully it'll look even better today. The state and beyond, as well as campground, park, hiking reviews, etc. Make sure you're subscribed because I have some really cool trips coming up this month and for the rest of the year. So,
the scenery. I am at my mom's house. I was supposed to be pet sitting, and she got on a flight to go on a work trip, and she boarded her plane, and then they had them deboard.
Alright, let me show you around my campsite real quick. I know I did in the last video, but just in case you didn't see. We've got the clam all set up here. I did put up 2 of the privacy panels for a little privacy from my neighbors. And I've got my mesh screens up, although I've got them tucked back now because I'm actually going to be heading to the fort here in a little bit, but see, I've just got my window covers tucked back there for now. And it's a bit of a chaotic mess in there right now. I've got my fans charging, I've got a couple of things thrown around, although most everything's stowed. Still got my water out, using my new picnic bench cover. And we're getting ready to go wander after we hit the bathroom. So let's close up and get going. Alright, I'm gonna leave my camera here, but I did lock everything up. Oh, I guess I should have put my window cover on there. That's just a little crack. And the bugs, knock on wood, have not been too bad, so. Alright, let's go. Hi, friend. firewood here, $12.50 for a big bundle. Nice. Snacks. Probably figured it out already, but I kind of went in reverse. That was the visitor center. They've got a nice little water filling station, a little picnic area. I'm gonna come back right when they open at 9 and it's not as hot. Same thing with the museum. My regularly scheduled PSA. Never mind the laser beam going through my head. It's from my decals. I want to just pat myself on the back here for a minute because there were a few of those t-shirts that wanted to come home with me, but I resisted temptation. So I'm just saying that's personal growth, baby. All right, I'm definitely officially melting. So I think the game plan is going to be to head back to camp. I'm going to cheat and take a cold shower in the cold air conditioning to cool off. I'm going to hang out at camp for a little bit longer, and then I am going to wander along the beach looking for shark teeth, fingers and toes crossed. And that'll give me a good opportunity to show you the river section, because I did show you sunset in my last video, but that was a little morose, and due to the nature of the video, some of you might not have made it till the end of that one. So if you haven't watched it though, I will link it below. I, to be honest, made that video more for me than anybody else because I wanted to commemorate my baby, my fur kitty, my fur baby. I said that backwards, you get it. And so that's why this weekend I brought her along with me. It's kind of a celebration of her life and the time we had together, almost 2 decades. You can tell I'm doing better from being here because I could actually get those sentences out without sobbing hysterically. It's still back there, but I held it together. So this weekend has definitely been good for me so far. I hope that you're enjoying going around with me. I am going to do an early dinner because I am looking forward to those smash burger tacos. Even if I did bite the crap out of my tongue, and even if it is still hurting, I'm not going to think about that because I want those darn tacos. So we are going to eat some yummy tacos. We are going to find a shark's tooth, hopefully, and hopefully we're going to have a beautiful sunset, and then I'm going to show you the fort, and that sounds like a plan. I'm going to shut up now so that we can get to all of that. We are getting ready to check out a cool little spot that I noticed when I was driving by, and I am, for reference, parked in front of Willow Pond Nature Trail again. But it is not Willow Pond Nature Trail we're going to, so let's go take a look and see what this is about and whether it was worth the stop. Alright, the mystery is solved. It's the Willow Pond Oil House. This gives you an idea of where we are geographically. See, here's the Amelia River that the campground is along. The ocean's on this side of the park, and then here's Cumberland Sound. We're we're just gonna take a quick peeky peek at the beachside campground on the Atlantic side. Definitely a lot more exposed, a lot less trees as you would expect. There's the dump station on this side, or the dumpster, not dump station. See, we're just coming to the first campsite, so it looks like those are the tent only. Very exposed. There's the bathhouse for this loop. And this is, I believe, 21 sites here. And then there are, I forget how many, I think up to 59 maybe in the other one. I already forget. 60 something. Oh yeah, I would be baking over on this side for sure. Beautiful in the winter though. There's the boardwalk that goes out to the beach. Alright, well that gives you an idea of what the beachside camp loop is like in comparison to the river campground that we're in. And I will show you when I'm driving back to my site. I'll show you a little bit more of the loop since you only saw my site and a couple others, but it's basically, you know. Oh, and there's the dump station on the right that you can't see that I'm pointing to. Tent station I was telling you about. It's a little parking pad, and then it's just kind of like a staked out spaces, but it's all together. I don't really like that. There's no kind of privacy or division between the sites except those little wooden stakes. Alright, that gives you the idea of the campground. Let's get back to camp. Alright, this is the end of the camping loop where the river access is, which is where we're going to enjoy sunset tonight. And then same thing down at the end, it's just more parking. There is a small trail that leads to the fort, if I did not already mention that. The bathhouse. Okay, hear me out and don't judge me. I'm currently boiling water, that's the noise you hear. Yes, I'm mountain housing it up tonight instead. I say tonight, it's 4:30. Y'all, I'm tired. I just realized all the energy just poof, drained out of me in the shower. It just washed away with the water. And to be fair, it's been a trying couple of weeks. I've done a lot today in the heat and I haven't been feeling the greatest, so I'm trying to give myself a little grace here. Hopefully this vlog doesn't end up being too boring for you. I know I was really hyping up those tacos earlier in the video and I really did want them, but between biting the crap out of my tongue and it's still hurting really bad, part of me doesn't want to put all of that effort into it, filming it, and I started gathering the ingredients and I was like, what if I take one bite and it hurts too much to eat them? So, biscuits and gravy it is. It doesn't look like much, but it's not bad. Not bad. That's where camp is, right back that way. This is some boat parking, fishing dock, and then around that corner is the fort. This is the Amelia River here. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind and the waves. My lanterns did not get very much sunlight here under the trees, but they're trying their best. Good morning, friends. You can't see me because it's not morning time officially yet. Well, it is, but the sun isn't up yet. I am on my way over to the beach to hopefully catch a sunrise over the ocean, but the sky is a little iffy this morning, so I don't know if it's going to be a bust or not. We shall see. You can tell I'm motivated because I have not even made my coffee yet this morning. That's my incentive for after the sunrise, because I don't have time to make it before. Although I would love a cup of coffee down on the beach for sunrise. Oh, the sacrifices, the sacrifices. Oh, red flag today. Check out the pattern in the sand. How cool is that? Oh, I'm so crooked and I don't care. All right, it's not a shark tooth, but I am so geeked on the shell I just found. Look how pretty it is. Some lady told me it's called an olive shell. Look, there's a little teeny tiny bonus shell in there. Don't mind my dirty nails. I was just digging in the sand. But isn't that so pretty? So that'll be my treasure if I don't find a shark tooth over by the fort in a little bit. Which is where we're heading, by the way. Spoiler alert. I feel so much better after that sunrise. Wasn't it gorgeous? Nature is so awesome. Okay, fort time. I just realized in my haste to get here for sunrise, I forgot to brush my teeth, so I'm using my little disposable toothbrush method for now. Okay, so vlogger fail, but I did not film my obligatory coffee montage this morning. I figured this video is going to be way too long as it is. But I did make a cup here in the parking lot of the fort. The East Inlet parking lot is right this way, and then the fort is here, and I'm in the main fort parking lot. The East Inlet parking lot is what connects to the little trail that was by the river, by the campgrounds that I showed you that little trail at the beginning of the vlog, way a long time ago. So that's what connects to there, but that parking lot was full, so I just pulled in here to make a cup of coffee since the sun isn't up all the way yet. It's about an hour until the fort opens, so I am going to head down to the beach area by the fort and look for shark teeth until it opens, and then I'm going to show you the fort. Of course, I'll let you know if I find a shark tooth. Otherwise, I'll see you at the fort. Alright, this is my last chance to find shark's teeth. Wish me luck. There you can see the fort up ahead.
We have all the, what do you call this, artifacts. It's so silly, but I love it so much. I've watched it so many times, I can just pick up right where it is.
Feels very fitting for Independence Day, which I don't know when you'll be watching this, but is tomorrow. Oh, this is beautiful. How cool is this? just know this little mockingbird thinks he's the shit standing on top of an old cannon, singing his heart out. That's the kind of confidence I aspire to. I'm guessing this is so they know what angle to fire at. I never noticed that before at any of the other forts I've been to. Excuse me, sir, I'm trying to have a conversation with my YouTubers. If anybody knows the answer, let me know down below. Apparently I am too childish because I really want that shirt, but it's kid sizes and not adult. Friends, that was about the coolest fort ever. I think that's my favorite fort that I've toured so far. Granted, I haven't been to the Dry Tortugas yet, but I really enjoyed it. It was gorgeous. I see what they mean about how well preserved it is. I did read that this fort has never actually seen battle. I should say never actually saw battle, because the chances are that it will now is probably pretty slim. I'm caffeinating. My excuse for getting soda is that it's too hot to make another cup of coffee right now. I need some caffeine, and I needed something cold because it says it's 77 in the shade. The feel like temp out there was, no joke, like 100. I mean, it's really closer to 90 out in the sun, but it felt like triple digits. That sun is brutal. I wish there were some clouds. But I'm going to stop boring you. I've rambled enough. I know this video is going to be super long. I may end up splitting it into 2 parts, although I really don't want to, so we'll see. If you stuck with me this long, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I highly, highly, highly 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 recommend coming to Fort Clinch State Park in Fernandina Beach. Gorgeous. The beach was awesome. The river was awesome. The fort was awesome. The campground was awesome. 10 out of 10. The only thing that would have made it better would have been finding a shark tooth. Maybe I still will. I'm going to head back to camp, pack up, get loaded up, take another cold shower to cool off, hydrate with some more water, and then I'm going to go hunt for shark teeth until I'm ready to head back to home base. This weekend was awesome. Can I say awesome anymore? I don't know. We'll see. And I will see you on the next adventure. Till then, bye-bye. Unless I see a shark tooth, and then you'll see that.